What's up, guys? Welcome to the weekly technicals live session for December 30th, 2018. And I believe the last video I uploaded, I said that this was going to be the last one of 2018, but I did want to go ahead and just have one more final weekly technicals video before we close out the year, and really just kind of explain what's been going on in the charts, and if anybody has been trading, just kind of the reasons that you shouldn't be, and really how to approach the market at this time of the year. So that's what we're going to cover today, as well as going over all the technicals. I do want to wish everyone a happy holidays. I hope everyone's been enjoying the break. This is a time where you guys should definitely be spending time not in current markets, but really going back into previous price action throughout the year or previous years, and finding different types of setups or confirmations, or where you would have looked to potentially take a position for a trade or anything like that. But this is not the time where you really want to be going in looking for trades or actively trading the market or anything like that. So again, I do wish everyone has been having, or do hope that everyone has been having a happy holidays so far. New Year's excuse me, New Year's is approaching. So we will be starting a new year, which means new everything for trading, right? So we're going to be going into the market with a fresh perspective. Me personally, I haven't been looking at the charts too much at all, so I'm trying to go in January, really about the second week of January is when I'll start trading again. But I'm really trying to go back into the markets with a fresh perspective. I'm clearing all my charts. I'm going to be remarking up all my charts. I haven't done that yet, so I will do that with you guys more than likely in next week's weekly technicals. So it'll probably be a relatively long one, but we'll sit down and we'll mark out all the levels that I'll be looking for, and really we'll just kind of like set the foundation for the year with our charts, meaning we're going to really mark up all of the liquidity points, potential targets, potential entry opportunities, all that stuff. We're going to mark it all up from the monthly down to really probably the hourly in next week's live session. So that'll be next week's weekly technicals. We'll break down the charts. So that'll be a good one for you guys to really get a feel for exactly how I mark up the charts, and you can kind of start off the year with the same chart markups as me, and then we can watch as the year unfolds how those levels get hit or how they don't get hit, and then we can react based off of what the market actually does. So thank you guys for joining. Peter and Michael, about to go ahead and get started into the technical portion of this video. I am going to start on the daily time frame for all the charts, and I know we typically do not go down into the lower time frames on in these weekly technical sessions. Typically I'll save that and do it for the daily technicals. Since I have not posted a video in a while, though, I do want to go down into the hourly time frame and kind of show you guys the price action that's been going on, not only on a daily but the lower time frames as well. And from there you guys will be able to get a little bit more clarity of how I look at the markets at this specific time of the year, and really what I expect from them. So with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump right into the video, and we are looking at the dollar index on a daily time frame. So one thing that I do want to mention, guys, you can see right here this candle, this high on dollar index here, which was when we ran above the or we hit our 97.70 objective, right? So we were looking for the 97.70 objective. November 12th, we got that. Okay, so the market was trending up and we made a higher high here. Notice what happened. So this was mid-November. Right after that, we've come all the way back down, failed to make a lower low, but we've remained within a consolidation, right? All the way through the second half of November and pretty much the whole entire month of December, right? So if you look, December starts right here. Okay, so this is the first candle of December. Notice how small the bodies are, right? We had a little pop here, failed to make a, let's see, did we make a higher high? Yeah, we went one pip above here, so we took out any liquidity, and then we came all the way back down, took out these relative equal lows, but still failed to make a lower low here, and we've remained in consolidation, guys. So if you look at this, there really is no technicals or levels to be watching or marking out, because we do not have a clear confirmation or indication as to where this market's going to go, right? Is it going to trade lower, below the consolidation, or are we going to start trading higher above the consolidation? Now, my gut tells me that we're going to continue to trade higher, based on the fact that dollar index is bullish higher on the higher time frame. So I do believe that we will still continue trading higher unless we can break below 95.70 down here. Then we may have to contend with some lower prices, but as of right now, I think we're going to continue higher or just continue moving sideways in a consolidation. And this is the primary reason that I do not trade at this time of the year. Typically I'll stop around mid-November for this exact reason, because typically we go right into a consolidation and the market, it's not giving you anything clear to work off of. So there's no reason to be in this market trying to trade within the consolidation. It's best rather just to sit out and remove yourself from current price and then go back throughout the year and find setups here. Consolidation, market breaks out, so now you're in a bullish profile, and you can look for potential buy setups while the market's trading higher here, right? So those are things you want to look for. But while we're in the consolidations like this, not much trading should be going on. You have to wait till we break out of the consolidation, right? So you can go back through your charts. I can just do a quick example. Like here was an example: consolidation, broke out the consolidation. All of these bullish candles, you would be looking for buy setups. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 days for potential buy setups there. So you can break those individual daily candles down, and then you can look within the smaller time frames, such as like a 4-hour or hourly, and find your setups based on only looking for buy setups because we've broken out the consolidation, right? And then here you can see again another consolidation, broke out the consolidation. You can really look for a nice Fibonacci entry based off of this, right? From low to high, you can pull your fib. And you can see that came right down to 79%. So all different things like this, guys, you can go back through your charts, and these are just quick examples, but you can go back through your charts and find what does the market look like when it presents a setup, right? You can see here we've broken out the consolidation, then it's come back to give us the setup. We do not have to worry ourselves with trying to trade as it's breaking out the consolidation. The key is to actually wait for the confirmation, which you have the confirmation once you break above it, right? Then you look for a retest or the market to trade into some level of support, or respect your Fibonacci levels, like whatever it is that you're looking for specifically, right? You have to make sure you wait for the confirmation first, which in this case is the breakout of the consolidation, then a retest. Alright, so let's move back into the technicals. We've gone over dollar index. We know we're in a consolidation. Nothing really else to talk about with that. And it's really going to be the same scenario for pretty much every pair that we cover, guys. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm going to be talking about, what trades we should be taking this week or anything like that, because I'm still not active in the charts. I'm still not taking any trades. Don't forget that we do have a holiday this week, right? We have New Year's. So we have to be cautious of that as well. Treat it just like Christmas. It's the same type of thing. We're starting a new year. You have to let the markets really, get back into the rhythm of things before actually trying to go in and trade right at the beginning of the year. My personal opinion, anyone trading during this time does not know the markets well enough to sit out, because most professionals or institutional traders and things like that, they are not trading during this time. So the reason that I don't trade is for that exact reason, right? If basically the big dogs aren't trading, why should I be, a bottom feeder and try to go, feed off the market when nobody's participating in it? Because when you see these big moves, that's when the big investors, the institutions, the big money's coming in the market. When we're consolidating, that means nothing's going on, and it's just the market moving back and forth trying to take any, retail traders' money. So this is, I don't participate in this, but if you guys want to, do so at your own risk, but just know that I warned you that you should not. Now you guys can see right away looking at euro dollar, same exact thing, right? November 12th, we formed the low, we were trading lower, then, which is again the midpoint of November, then we come all the way back up, fail to make a higher high, and we move into a consolidation for the rest of the month. So hopefully you guys can start to see a repeating theme, as we're going through these charts, and why you should not be trading them, because we do not have any type of clarity, right? When you see the market moving down, right, or when you see the market trending up, like you see actual movement, then there's something to work with. When you're literally in a tight consolidation like this, like you guys can see, we are basically just, if you look at my mouse, we're literally just moving in a sideways manner, just like that. Okay, so I'm just like for dollar index, I want to see higher prices. I want to see lower prices for euro dollar, right? Now, with that being said, since we've cleared out all the liquidity, like we've done a lot of work on the downside. We've taken all the liquidity out back over here. So we could start seeing a push higher, but this is the reason that I have to wait for the consolidation to be broken out of, right? Are we going to push above it, or are we going to push below it? Now, my gut tells me we're going to go lower, but technically there is no confirmation for either, right? So with us being in the consolidation, I would like to see us start trading lower, but again, we're more than likely going to just continue consolidating, right? Or we could start pushing a little higher, and this low right here in November could potentially be the low of the year, or a significant low, I should say. And then going into 2019, we could start to see, the market move higher. I don't know necessarily if that's going to happen, but these are ideas that I'm considering based on, the price action and, the type of market behavior that we're seeing. You really just want to be cautious right now in terms of, trying to be a buyer or a seller, because there is no confirmation as to what direction the market wants to go, because we have not shown any indication of that in the past month and a half. There's no reason for us to go try to participate unless there's more clarity within the market. Alright, so GBP USD, this one here, we had a little bit of a breakdown early December, so December 7th, 8th, or December 7th. Then we had a weekend, so then December 10th and December 11th, we had a nice little breakdown, but you guys can see basically mid-November, again, we were consolidating, and then early December, we finally broke lower, took out the liquidity below here, and since then, we've just been having small little tight body candles within here. So same thing goes for GBP USD, guys. We could potentially see this be a significant low and see the market start trading higher from here. But I would like to see, with the expectation of dollar index trading higher, I would like to see this thing continue lower. I don't think it's done on the downside. I think we do have, some more room to go. But if we do look at, this low here and, the liquidity to the left side of the chart, we have taken out all the liquidity over here. So it could be ready for a rally, in my opinion. So it could be ready for higher prices, but there is no indication of that because we have no higher high, we have no break in structure, nothing like that. We're still in a bearish market, and we're just in a consolidation, so we can't really tell, just like with everything else, we can't really tell what exactly they're doing next. Are they going lower or higher? But just from my gut and what I see, I would like to see them continue lower, but again, I don't know if that's going to happen based on what we got. And this is the reason, I'm sitting out, right? I'm sitting out until the markets give me more information and I have some more clarity, for when I actually take a trade. So again, just like with the other pairs, nothing really to do with this market other than simply just wait until, it gives you more information as to whether it wants to trade higher or lower. All right, Euro GBP. This thing here was having a nice bullish run. So this was the same time that we seen GBP USD making that lower low. We seen Euro GBP have this nice little explosive move to the upside. However, we did fail to make a higher high here at the 91 big figure level. So, based on that, there is no, real strength in the market yet. I would say once we make a higher high, then we should continue higher for the high back here at 93 big figure. But as of right now, we're holding below that low, and that could just be because it is the end of the year and they're just holding in a consolidation. But I am expecting this market to be relatively bullish, which could cause the consolidation for euro dollar and potential weakness for GBP USD. So, based on those two pairs, GBP USD could be the better option in terms of selling scenarios. But, for that to happen, we really need to see this high at 91 big figure be broken above and see this market really start to gain some strength and trade higher. But at the moment, we've had some nice pushes up, but we are not, in no type of crazy strength, within the market or anything like that. We haven't made a higher high, so by us holding below that, it really tells you the story of there isn't enough strength to take us above here, so they're consolidating below it, meaning this could be a lower high point and we could see lower prices, or we could just see a consolidation and then have the market run all the way back up and clear out what's now relatively equal highs. Alright, dollar yen, this thing has been selling off of the freaking map. So you guys can see, this thing has been one of the ones that have been moving. And just because it's moving does not mean I want to trade it, because overall this is still a large consolidation. Okay, we just had a nice move to the downside. This for me wasn't necessarily expected or anything like that. I was expecting higher prices on dollar index, obviously, so I'd be looking for higher prices on this as well. And, I was expecting higher prices on this. Obviously, when you look at the lower highs that are forming, you can clearly see, some type of bearish structure here. We also had all these points kind of building up, leading me to believe that we're potentially going to be forming a higher high. But we did not get that, so we ended up selling off, taking out all the liquidity below the market here, and it looks to me like we're going to be going for this 109.80 level down here as well. So with this one, we have had a significant sell-off in the in the stock market, so this is pretty correlated to that. So you'll kind of see a similarity between the two. Overall for this pair, I can't really give you guys an accurate analysis, because in my gut, in my mind, I want them to get back above 114.50 to 115 big figure, because I just truly believe there's too much liquidity built up above there. With this rejection, though, I don't necessarily know how soon that will happen, because it looks to me like they've gotten away from this area very quickly, and they could be targeting the lows now. So this could be an early sign for a potential weak dollar. Not too sure about that, but it's an idea that I have based on the fact that we are seeing significant weakness in this pair, and it is a dollar-based currency. So and if you don't know what a dollar-based currency is, I just mean dollar before the foreign currency, so USD comes before JPY. But going into 2019, I really want to see, are we going to be able to remain weak once we trade below this low here, or are we going to poke our head below it, clear the liquidity, and start trading higher? So I'm concerned to see what they do with this pair, but again, I'm not active with this pair or anything like that. I was actually in a swing position, but I ended up getting stopped out because we had this significant move down. So, I'm really just sitting out and just watching to see, whether or not we can get some strength in this thing, or are we going to start pushing lower for the, liquidity below us. So that's kind of where I stand for dollar yen. Australian dollar, we've had a nice sell-off here since the beginning of December, so really for the past 2 weeks we've just been heavily selling off for this pair here. And in terms of objectives or anything like that, you guys can see that we keep clearing out all the liquidity below the market. We've been heavily bearish, so we've cleared out these relative equal lows. We do have this low back here at 68 big figure, so this will be, something to consider once we really start showing some strength. Some weakness to the downside, which we have already, but I'm not too sure, whether or not we're going to get down there soon, based on the time frame, being New Year's and new first year of the month, everything like that. I'm not really too sure if we're gonna trade all the way below here, but I am considering this 68.50 to 68 big figure level as the next downside objective for Australian dollar. We are at a key level right now though, so I do want to see whether or not we can start trading higher, but from the looks of it, it still looks to me like we're going to continue lower with Australian dollar. We've had a relatively unexpected reaction from here, in my opinion. So we gapped up right at the beginning of the week, and then we just immediately started selling off, and had a little bit of a retest here, continuation, and really we've just seen nothing but big bearish candles on this pair here. So I think we'll continue lower, but we could also just move into a consolidation for really first half of January or so, because we've had such a sell-off while everything else is kind of consolidated. So considering that as well, really you guys can kind of tell probably how the way I'm talking based on the time of the year that we're in and the price action. There's not a lot of confidence or conviction behind these pairs, and when I feel like that, I just don't trade. And that's why you guys see me not participating in the markets and just really staying typically away from the markets, so I can just really reset and go into the markets with a fresh perspective, right? And even looking at them like this doesn't do too much. It doesn't really affect me or anything like that. Just taking a quick peek at them like this and kind of going over the pairs, because nothing's happened, right? We've still been in consolidation. We haven't had anything prove to us that we have like some type of clear scenario unfolding. And typically when up until that point, I'm really unactive in the charts, and I never know when that's going to be, when the charts will get back to normal. But typically it's usually the second to third week of January that we'll start seeing the markets behave normal again. So that is that, and this is NZD USD. So we've started to see similar price action in this one as well. Just like with Australian dollar, we formed the high here, and that was December 4th. We started trading lower, and we've cleared out the liquidity below these lows here now. So I think personally that we'll continue lower with New Zealand dollar. I don't know whether or not we're going to make lower lows or anything, but we could come back down into the 66.10s to 66 big figure, retest that, and start trading higher from there. Oh shit. But if you guys notice, we've had a consolidation. We broke out the consolidation. Now we're basically retesting the consolidation. So we could see retest and then continuation to the upside. But based on my analysis with dollar index, that's why I'm not really focused too much on that at this current moment. I'm really just looking for continued weakness, because I'm expecting dollar index to either consolidate or trade higher, which should cause weakness for this as well. Alright, and last one, guys, dollar CAD. This thing has been on the move. You guys can see we've had explosive price action to the upside on dollar CAD, and looks to me like we are shooting for these 37.90 level up here to 38 big figure. But yeah, we've had a just last week or 2 weeks ago, you guys can see the strength that we had here. But we have been, like, when you see a market like this, this is very strong, right? No willingness ever, since September to come back and make a lower low. It's just been continued higher prices. Higher high, lower high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and so on, all the way up, right? So I'm bullish on, dollar CAD. There's no question about that. I'm not bearish this market. So I'll be looking for 38 big figure as my next upside target here. You guys can see that we were targeting this previous 33.80, cleared that out here, and then we just exploded through it for the whole week here. So still looking for higher prices on this, but I'm gonna wait, to get a position on or anything like that once we trade back lower into some level of support. So potentially 34.50, 34 big figure, looking for that area to really see a solid retracement into. And before I become a buyer, that's the levels I'll be looking at for this pair in particular. Alright guys, so before we wrap this up, let me go on a 60-minute time frame hourly, and I just want to show you guys really what we've been looking at on the intraday time frames. So super clear that we are in nothing but a consolidation, and my trading style does not fit this. I do not look for anything to trade in here. There's nothing clear to me. As you guys can see, it's just big explosive move up, huge rejection, explosive move up, huge rejection, explosive move up, huge rejection. It's back and forth. I do not like participating in this. It's nothing but a trap to me for retail traders. Not something I look to participate in. So once we get back above this or below this, obviously we'll have more clarity then. But during the time that we're trading within that, I'm not looking to do anything. So when you guys see the charts look like this, because I know most of you spend a lot of your time on the lower time frames, hourly, 15 minutes, so on. When you see this, you really should not be trading. Do not get, convinced by these big moves and think, oh, we're getting some real rejection, blah, blah, blah. Anticipate consolidation no matter what you see, right? And when you see, moves like this, not really making higher highs, not really making lower lows, you're in a consolidation. Right? And if you're ever confused, just go on a daily and you can see, are the candles holding a tight range and are they small body candles? If so, you're probably in a consolidation, right? So when you break it down on an hourly, it'll look very similar to this. You guys can even, scroll out further. We are in a much larger consolidation than just this. This is just for like the last 2 weeks of December. But this was the update that I gave you guys and the Telegram group. But you can see we're in a massive consolidation, guys. We were, high, low, high, come all the way back up, basically left equal highs, traded a few pips above it, traded all the way back down. There is nothing clear for us to act on in here. We're just in a massive consolidation, which is, common to expect at this time of the year. There's nothing wrong with, being in a consolidation. We had a great fall. We had a great year overall as a whole. So there's no reason to, be upset or anything like that the markets aren't moving right now, because this is normal. This is normal until, again, second, maybe third week of January. Alright, so we've got euro dollar here, hourly chart as well. Same scenario as dollar index. We've got these equal highs here, so this is what I'll be targeting on an intraday basis, 14.80. And if we do get a consolidation on dollar index, we could see some strength in foreign currency just because of the fact that dollar index isn't really moving. So this is that level that I'll be watching for, and this is again the same level, same chart and same levels I've sent you guys earlier on last week, and what I was looking for. So we were unwilling to get above there so far, so we'll see if we can get a continuation. But we did have a little poke up here right in the 1470s, but I'm really looking for that 1480 to 1490 level, because we do have some liquidity resting above these equal highs. Again, this is not something I'm trading, just objectives I'm looking for within the markets themselves. And the last one we'll cover is GBP USD. Again, nothing crazy to talk about with this. You guys can see we are just in a consolidation. We did have a nice little pop up here, but nothing even to worry about, nothing to get excited about or trade on. It was really just a run on liquidity above the market here, right? So we had a lot of liquidity built here, 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 here. So the market makes one push up, clears all the liquidity out, and then we come right back into a consolidation. So as you guys can see, the common theme of this entire video has really been we are in a consolidation, don't trade. But I did just want to take this 30 minutes or so to really go over the charts with you guys, and also wish you guys a happy holidays, and really just talk to you live, because we haven't really had much time to talk. Because I've been busy. I've been spending time with my family, getting things together and ready for 2019. So it's definitely a busier time of the year in terms of like regular daily life instead of what's going on in the charts. So hopefully you guys have been taking some time away from the charts as well to really focus on what you want for 2019. Maybe set goals for 2019. Really just anything to keep you grounded with what your real objective is with trading. Like, what are you looking to do, and set goals that you can look to achieve for the year with your trading, or even personal goals as well. But again, I just wanted to kind of hop on here for a little bit and talk to you guys, see how everyone's been doing, share with you what I've been doing, looking at the charts, what I expect from them, things like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys that are attending live right now have any questions, I'm going to stop the recording and give you guys a few minutes to ask any questions you may have, and I'll hang out for about 10 or 15 minutes and answer any questions you guys may have. So with that being said, guys, this is the end of the live session for the weekly technicals, and I will talk with you next Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.